Hello guys, and welcome to Solstice, the stunning island just south of Murkmire and home to the season of the worm cult. Here in the coastal city of Sunport, High Elf elegance meets Argonian organic design in a way I've never quite seen before here in the Elder Scrolls Online. And that blend, it carries beautifully into the furnishing plans you can find here. Stick around to the end of the video where I'll showcase every new plan for this zone. I've crafted and placed them in a house so you can see them displayed. If you want to see that part right now, you can skip to this time on screen. Now, let's talk about how to get your hands on these gorgeous furnishings. In every new zone, I scout out the best places to farm for furnishing plans. These mostly drop from containers like backpacks, urns, desks, nightstands. You get the idea. And Solstice is no different. But I'll be honest, this zone made me work for it. Usually, I hope to find a nice urn-stuffed building or some kind of dresser bonanza. But here, not even close. I couldn't find a single easy-to-reset farming spot with a decent number of containers that didn't involve stealing. So where did my plan hunting adventure take me? Well, there's two different spots I'm going to recommend in Sunport. The first is directly across from the main crafting area in Sunport. You look at the northernmost door to the crafting area, and you just turn your head over here to the right, you'll see Lairdon's house. This house is actually unlocked, but upon entry, there is going to be one NPC, and this area is considered trespassing. Inside this house, there are 9 lootable containers and 1 safe box that can spawn, along with the NPC's corpse making another container you can loot. But the benefit of this little house is the ease of resets. So while there are only a handful of containers, you can easily step in, loot all the containers, and then step right back out to reset the containers. Another location I've identified in Sunport is going to be just north of where the Fighters Guild is. This house is locked, so you'll need to pick the lock the first time you enter that house for the day. Why this house is my second choice is because there are 3 different NPCs, 2 different floors, and 20 different containers strewn throughout the house. Well, so this does mean there are more containers, but there are also more prying eyes to get you a wanted level. But if you're up to the challenge or you don't mind the extra heat, this house is another good choice for searching for Solstice plans. And I will say, while recording these videos, I didn't actually end up getting any Solstice plans, so I do consider these areas to unfortunately not be my best finds. This is mainly because since all the containers are considered stolen, your loot pool gets diluted with stolen trophies and trinkets. This makes finding furnishing plans a bit more hit or miss. But hey, with that in mind, if you're farming this anyway, you might as well grab what you can and sell the extra junk to the Thieves' Den for some extra gold. Make sure to slot the champion point Infamous to get 25% more gold on your fenced items, and you'll also benefit from leveling up your leisure domain. So maybe bring a character that still needs to work on that. Another quick tip while you're farming for these plans, make sure you have the Green Tree champion point passive Homemaker purchased. This increases your chances of finding double furnishing plans when one does drop. And trust me, it takes 1 double purple drop and you are hooked. If you've found any better farming spots in Solstice, please do let me know in the comments. I'd love to feature a viewer recommended location in a future video. I swore I was thorough in my search, but there might be a side quest locked or well hidden spot I might have missed. But for now, let's take a look at all the lovely furnishings you can learn to craft in this new zone. This includes some beautiful seashell covered containers from large chests to small jewelry boxes, along with some other tall and short containers, along with a new cool looking backpack that are themed with that coastal vibe. I also love the floor coverings. We got large rugs, small rugs that are nature but yet vibrant colors. We also have cabinets, new vases, along with little statues with driftwood. And I love the detail etch work on the different wood furnishings. And also up here we have two of the different potted plants that are conch shell based. So there's one with a flower and one without a flower. One little detail on these shelves, I love the little dangly strings coming off one of the shelves. We also got variety of seating and beds, a mirror, everything keeping with that etched wood and reed aesthetic. We got some different wall art. Here on this shelf, it's displaying a couple of the different lighting options. These are the ones that'll sit on counters. We got coral-based ones, both with candles and just glowing themselves. Next, on some of the tables, I've displayed some of the different food and knickknack items. We have piles of melons, lychee fruits, a couple different geometric shaped platters, and also some of these platters with filled food items. All of the island or coastal variety, along with some pitchers and pots and placemats. And also, I didn't note it over there, there's ground lamps that are glowing coral, which will be great for lighting up some outdoor areas. And along with lighting, we have hanging lamps, both large, like the one on the right, or small, like the one on the left, that are coral with green spherical light elements. And then for the more high elf aesthetic, we have a potted plant, a table, a game. We also have a water spigot, which I see a lot of housing people going to utilize the heck out of that piece. And then I love these three carved little statuettes. And at the color on that turtle and the little lizard on the right are just going to be great accent pieces. We also have three different fireplaces, furnaces type things. I see housing people getting very creative with those. And here we have some of the painting items that are going to be available to craft. We have a mortar and pestle along with different pigment paints, along with a blank canvas for artists to set up, along with three different totems. But yeah, there's a good variety, a mix from you got that Argonian aesthetic to high elf aesthetic to a little blend of in between with some of these pieces. And I look forward to seeing how housing enthusiasts utilize some of these pieces. But let me know in the comments below, which pieces are your favorite? I know I'm very biased to those shell covered chests. There is some interesting food and furniture in this particular collection that I think people are really gonna like. And there you have it. Thank you all so much for joining me today. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to throw a like. And if you want to see more content like this, consider subscribing so that you stay up to date on the next content as soon as it goes live. And if you want to hang out with us some more, we're over on Twitch multiple times a week. You can catch us over there at SavySnapdragon. Nothing else, thank you all so much for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye!